Hi, welcome to your channel, Generous, Gracious, and Gallant. I'm your host, Dr. Ghosh, and I'm back today with another very inspirational video for all of you. Friends, in the previous video which I released on the channel, I had spoken to you about an inspirational woman chief of Mizoram, Lalna Rupalaini, who took on the might of the British Empire and ensured that she struck terror into the hearts of the British officers and men. She was imprisoned and in prison refused all amenities and fasted to death for her motherland. In that video, I had committed to you that the next video will be about another northeastern freedom fighter, woman freedom fighter who took on the might of the British Empire. As committed, today I bring for you the inspirational story of Chandraprabha Saikiani, the Assamese rebel, writer, teacher, social reformer, and women's rights activist, poet, founder of Assam Pradeshik Mahila Samiti in 1926, a freedom fighter, a rebel, a writer, a teacher who did not succumb to the might of the British Empire, and she fulfilled her dream of seeing India independent. I'll be sharing about her shortly on the video, much more about her. But before that, I wanted to give you a brief about the channel, Generous, Gracious, and Gallant. I started this channel 2 years back. Today on the channel, thanks to your support, I've got over 1100 subscribers. We are nearing the 400th video mark on the channel. I thank you, my subscribers. But for those of you who have not yet subscribed or come on to the first time to the channel, Generous, Gracious, and Gallant, let me share with you that I started this channel 2 years back. And my mission is to transform the thinking patterns of the present and coming generations so that they live by the eternal human principles. These principles and values such as loyalty, honesty, integrity, respect for womanhood, respect for diversity, respect for our parents are eternal, do not change over time and place, and living by these principles is the only way forward for a conflict-ridden mankind. I request you, please join our journey of transformationists by subscribing to the channel and making a difference. Today I'm introducing to you the rebel, freedom fighter, woman rights activist, social reformer, writer, poet, teacher, a multifaceted personality from Assam, Chandraprabha Saikiani. She also in the 1918 Assam session spoke of the ill effects of opium and asked for its ban. She was against caste discrimination and claimed entry for women in religious places and rituals. She was part of the non-cooperation movement in 1920-21, part of the Indian freedom struggle. She was part of the civil disobedience movement in 1952. In 1925, the Nagaon session of Assam Sahitya Sabha, she spoke on general equality and justice for women. She voiced her rage against the patriarchal oppression, opposed child marriage, and supported women education and employment. She had a troubled personal life. She revolted against her marriage to an elderly person and got engaged to Dandinath Kalitya, a man who was a person who impregnated her and then got married to another woman and left Chandraprabha to take on all the criticism of being a single mother, unmarried mother. When she was pregnant with a child, she courageously brought up her son and inspired others to fight for widow rights, single mothers, and break the oppression against women. She died in 16 March 1972 of cancer. She was given a Padma Shri and she has remained a role activist for multiple generations of women in India and in Assam. She became the first woman to foray into politics in independent India, contesting elections for Legislative Assembly. Mind you, in addition to being a writer, teacher, social reformer, woman rights activist, poet, and freedom fighter, she became the first woman in India to contest in politics. She was born on 16 March 1901 as Chandraprabha Mazumdar to the village headman and Gangapriya Mazumdar in Karup district of Assam. She was the seventh of 11 children and chose the name Chandraprabha Saikiani by herself after she came of some age. Her sister Rajani Prabha Saikiani later became the first woman doctor of Assam. Both waded through waist-high mud and water to attend a boys' school which was several kilometers away. See their dedication for education. Neelkanta Barua, the school sub-inspector, awarded a scholarship to Nagaon Mission School. She protested against the school authorities for not allowing her to stay in the hostel, which was a all-boys hostel, and also against the oppression of the missionaries to convert to Christianity. Her courage and bravado was met with resistance, but she succeeded against all odds and was inducted as the only girl to stay in the hostel. She also gathered the local illiterate women and brought them to a makeshift shift where she educated these makeshift illiterate women in the makeshift shift to inspire them towards becoming literate, fighting for their rights and fighting for the nation, which she wanted independent. Remember, she protested her parents marrying her off to an elderly man and got married to a man of her choice, Dannath Kalita, and who left her pregnant and married another woman. She protested against the system. She was a rebel. She became a mother out of wedlock and continued to bring up her son. She remained a spinster after this incident throughout her life. She faced society's opposition to bringing up her son as a single mother. She met, despite the opposition, with her courage, head on the opposition and stood by her son. She met multiple leaders such as Chandranath Sharma, Mr. Kumar Das, Jyoti Prasad Agarwala, and Lakhidhar Sharma, and joined with them in fighting against the British might. She joined a school as a primary teacher in Nagaon and later became the headmistress of girls' ME school in Tezpur. 1918, in the Tezpur session of Assam Chaitra Sammilan, she was the only female delegate who spoke against the harmful effects of opium and requested for a ban on it. 1921, she joined the non-cooperation movement inspired by Gandhiji and inspired many other women from Tezpur to join in the independence movement. She was invited as a speaker in the Nagaon session of Assam Sahitya Sabha in 1925, and she called upon the women attendees to break barriers and come out against the British forces. Many women volunteers joined upon her call and took on the might of the British forces. She formed many women volunteer teams to take on the might of the British Empire. She later joined Kalji Ra Para School as a teacher but resigned to attend the Guwahati session of the Indian National Congress. She continued her social activism and founded the Assam Pradeshi Mahila Samiti in 1926 to act against child marriage, polygamy, discrimination against women, ensure temple entry, education and self-employment for the woman at that point of time. She was much ahead of her time in women rights. She was part of the civil disobedience movement and was jailed in 1930. She was part of the non-cooperation movement in 1943. Post-independence, she joined the Socialist Party, refused to join the INC back, and much later, as the INC turns its thought patterns towards her requests, she rejoined the INC. 1957, she contested the Assam Legislative Assembly election, the first woman to do so from Assam, becoming the first woman in the country to join the electoral process and political system. She was not only a firebrand social activist and a freedom fighter, she was into multiple literary activities, writing books and poems. She wrote short stories in multiple magazines. She wrote novels in 1937 and thereafter Pitri Pita, The Paternal Home, Sipahi Bidrohar, The Sipahi Immunity, and Diler Singhasan, The Throne of Delhi. These are her three major novels. She was an editor for 7 years in an Assamese journal. She headed the All India Assam Desanti Conference. She died on her 71st birthday, 16 March 1972, of cancer. The Government of India named the Tezpur University Women's Center in her name, the Chandraprabha Saikiani Center for Women's Studies, and continue to inspire women education in this country. Friends, an inspirational woman from Assam, freedom fighter, teacher, writer, social reformer, rebel, woman rights activist, poet, Chandraprabha Saikiani, who will inspire multiple generations of women to come to revolt against social oppression, and will be remembered for her courage and bravado in India's freedom struggle. I will be back soon with another very inspirational video for all of you on your favorite channel, Generous, Gracious and Gallant. Till we meet again, my friends, good luck, all the best, stay safe.